Hey everyone, it's Daniela, TallGirlDani, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that I did and did not do to grow my 4C natural hair. The first thing that I can honestly say that I did is I sought out the help of a professional. So she taught me a lot about how to care for my natural hair, and she helped me transition, and ultimately she was the one who did my big chop when I was ready. That's the first thing. So definitely, if you have no idea what you're doing, like myself, I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there, but YouTubers are not always hair care professionals. So I really suggest finding a good natural hairstylist who specializes in natural hair, who knows how to do your type of natural hair, because natural hair is on a spectrum. We've got loose curls, we've got tight coils, we've got low porosity, high porosity. So someone that really knows the ins and outs of natural hair to help you. Another thing that I did to grow my hair was get regular trims. If you have length goals and you want your hair to grow quickly, sometimes you want to skip out on getting your hair cut or trimmed. But honestly, getting a good haircut or a good hair trim, if you need it, is really super important. So when you try to hold on to ends that are split or damaged, what can end up happening is that the damage travels up the hair shaft. And if you don't catch it soon enough, then you end up having to cut more hair off. Because most of the time, people who are having issues with hair growth, it's not that their hair isn't actually growing, it's that they are unable to retain the length. So their hair might end up breaking off at a faster rate than it's growing, or at the same rate, so you feel like you're kind of in the same place. I get my hair trimmed at the very, very least every 6 months, but I've gotten my hair trimmed as often as every 3 months. But again, I don't trim my hair myself. I go to my stylist, and she is very good about only cutting off what's necessary. I've heard lots of horror stories about stylists who cut off way too much. So it's important, again, to make sure that you have a stylist that you trust. I respect my hairstylist, so if she suggests that I cut more than maybe what I went in to get cut, then I respect that, and I know that she cares about the health of my hair. I trust her. I know that she's a professional. She knows what she's talking about, so I allow her to. And honestly, I've never regret any of the haircuts I've gotten since I've been natural. And every time I get a haircut, I can see that my hair is just flourishing almost immediately after. My hair shrinks up more, it's fuller, it's healthier, it's easier to detangle. So getting those trims is really, really, really important. So my very first year after my big chop, I did take biotin. I took hair supplements for about 6 months, and while I can say that did make my hair grow faster in that first year, it also aggravated my acne very horribly. So to me, it didn't measure up. It wasn't worth it to get that, extra hair growth, but then it made my skin terrible. I had horrible cystic acne. It was just awful. So after 6 months, I just decided, I'm not gonna use the hair supplements, and I'm okay with my hair growing at a slower rate. If you don't suffer from acne and you tried biotin and it doesn't have any effects on your skin, then biotin is an option. But do your research and do your due diligence and make sure that you're okay with the potential side effects of taking biotin. I would also say that I found a regimen that was low maintenance that worked for me. My routine was basically wash day. I do all the detangling and all of that stuff. Do the twisting. Sometimes I'll wear my hair in the twisted style, especially when my hair was shorter. Sometimes I would actually twist it in a style, like do flat twists up and twist in the back so that it would look wearable, what I considered wearable, and wear it like that for a day or two. And then I would unravel them, and sometimes I would just unravel them and not separate them and wear it like that, like with a headband. And then I would separate them like later. So it was kind of like a low manipulation, low maintenance style. And I wasn't really in my hair a lot. And That's something that is still working for me. So I don't detangle every day. I don't re-moisturize. I mean, I'm kind of lazy. I'm to the point, maybe it's a little extreme for some people, where what I do to my hair might actually be hurtful if they try to do it to their hair. But again, it's about finding a regimen that works for you. So you really have to learn your hair. That's part of it. And learn what your hair likes and doesn't like. Like my hair doesn't like coconut oil, but it took me having hard, brittle hair for a while and kind of making that connection that it was the coconut oil that was doing that. And I'd stop using it once I figured that out. Keep it simple. So if your regimen is working for you and it's not broken, then don't try to fix it. If you have products that you like that are working for you, keep using them. I mean, sometimes it gets to a point where your hair might stop responding to the products, or they're not working for you anymore. At that point, you can look for something that might work better. But if it's not broken and it's working, then keep doing it. Don't feel like you have to, change things up if everything's going fine, if that makes sense. I don't do protective styling with added hair. When I was relaxed, I would do braids, and I've had Senegalese twists and cornrows, and I've had weaves a couple of times. And I always find that whenever hair was added to my hair, it would kind of stress my hair, especially at my nape. My hair would grow. So I do want to make that disclaimer that I never really had an issue with hair growth, even when I was relaxed. So my hair would grow long, but I had several areas of damage. So I had like thin areas over on the side that would thin out. And then my nape was such a struggle. So like my hair would be, let's say it was this length, my nape would be like this and always broke off. So I never wore my hair like up in high ponytails, because that kitchen was just a hot mess and I couldn't get it to grow for anything. So whenever I would wear my hair in a braided style, I would feel like it would break or stress my edges and my nape. And maybe it was because my nape was already damaged and the tension wasn't helping. But because now I'm natural, I'm completely natural, I'm kind of scared to put stress on my strands. So I'll do protective styles, but with my own hair. So a couple of times I've gotten my hair braided in like a braided updo. When it was shorter, I actually would do it myself, take the time to blow my hair out and put it in like a updo in a protective style. Mini twists are like my favorite protective style, and I'm not adding any hair to it. So I have nothing against weaves, wigs, or braids, but those are just things that I choose not to do for my natural hair. And part of it is because I know how lazy I am, and you really can't be lazy when you have those protective styles. So I think a lot of times people will put a protective style in and then kind of forget to really care for their hair underneath. So I know, my hair, I know the limits that I can go to with just my hair, and I'm comfortable with that. But like if I put a protective style in with added hair, I kind of don't trust myself. And time consuming and expensive, and I just don't do that. So I don't wear weaves, wigs, or any protective styles with added hair right now. Who knows, I might decide to change that. I don't color my hair, so I have grays. I like to call them silver. I don't know if you can see them, but I've got a good amount of them, and I let them rock out. My hair is a dark brown color, and nothing spectacular. It's not a nice light brown, it's not quite black, but I just leave it, so I don't color my hair. I might be trying henna soon, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I don't dye, I haven't bleached or lightened my hair. When I was relaxed, I would dye my hair jet black. Yeah, I did jet black, and I did like a coffee brown, which was like basically my same color that just added shine. But now that I'm completely natural, I don't do any hair dyes. I do use heat on my hair, so I know there are some people who are totally against the use of heat. but I'm not one of those people. As you can see, I'm rocking my silk press right now. And I think it's about using heat responsibly. So using heat protectant, not overusing heat. So this is, it'll make 4 years. 4 years post Big Chop in June. So I'm almost 4 years completely natural. And I have pressed my hair, like gotten a silk press where it's completely straight. This is my 3rd time. So I didn't press my hair at all until I was like 2 years natural. If I blow my hair out to stretch it, I use heat protectant and I use heat to deep condition or to dry my hair in a natural style. So I'm not against the use of heat, but I do try to be responsible if I'm using heat. For the first 2 years of me being natural, I didn't use leave-in conditioners like at all. I tried like a leave-in conditioner and my hair didn't like it, and I was just like, nope, no leave-in, and my hair was able to grow and flourish without using a leave-in for like 2 years. I don't necessarily subscribe to like, oh, you have to do this, 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 this. It's more about finding what works for your hair, because everyone's different. So you gotta figure out what's gonna work for you. Trial and error. Oh, and more so than anything is patience. So you gotta be patient. I have seen a lot of videos about, you know, how to grow your hair in 1 day and, you know, how to grow your hair overnight and all of these things. I've never even tried any of those things. I don't believe that they actually work. Don't look for a shortcut. Just be patient and it'll grow. Give your hair love, show it love, take care of it. If you don't know how to make the best decisions, find a professional that can help you. There's no magic formula, just patience and trial and error. So yeah, that's it. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.